Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Lange Sohne Lange 1 reference 101.021 18 karat yellow gold. You can see this most traditional of Langes on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoyed this video, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full commercial listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing information for this most traditional of Lange 1s. Now, I say most traditional because this is the look and the case size that debuted when the first Lange 1 launched in 1994. One of the original four models, it remains the icon and mainstay of the catalog to this day. And perhaps there's no more suitable application of the original case size than traditional 18 karat yellow gold, and that's what you get here. Now, 38.5 millimeters across the case does not include the pusher adjuster for the grand date or the panorama datum. Now you can see that pusher adjuster at roughly 10 o'clock on the case flank, or what would conventionally be 10 o'clock, and it doesn't include the crown at the 3 o'clock position. The watch is thin, 10 millimeters, and with a sloped bezel, it easily slides underneath the formal cuff or dress sleeves. And you also note across the wrist, 47 millimeters from lug to lug. Again, traditional dimensions are the rule here. Now, the watch does have traditional dimensions, but the look of a Lange 1 is highly distinctive, and the beautiful, almost champagne silver dial of this watch, it's somewhere between silver and champagne because of the way it plays against the yellow gold elements, is a nice match for this substantial, modestly bolstered, dark brown alligator leather strap with a monotone stitch and folded edges. It's paired with a simple, easily adjusted Lange pin buckle, and that retaining bar in there, if you're wondering, is specifically for those of you who, like me, have a smaller wrist and have to buckle down to one of the smaller perforations. Oftentimes, a strap will simply get pinned to the wrist. With this retaining bar, that will not happen. That's the intelligence behind the Lange design ethic. Now you can see the dial is classical, off-centered, asymmetric. There is a theory that golden ratio proportions were employed and governed the relation of the individual subregisters to each other. There's a great deal written on the internet to that effect. I'm not sure if it's true, but I will say this. Lange got it right out of the gate, and there is something subliminally sublime about the layout of this dial. If nothing else, it could never be mistaken for anything else. You'll note it has the classical 3-day power reserve scale up and down at 3 o'clock. It has the panorama datum at 1 o'clock, which is adjusted using the pusher adjuster at 10, and of course it has the off-centered hours and minutes with sub-seconds. Now it's simple, but at the same time, again, so little needs to be adjusted because they got it right out of the gate. Like Ozzy Osbourne in 1969, they just hit on all cylinders on the first effort. And the same goes for the case back. Now, Lange applies all of the Glashütte modern-day watchmaking design rules that it helped to establish. You see the 3/4 bridge, the Glashütte stripes. Remember, we're not in Switzerland anymore. You can see the jewels set in screw-fixed chaton, not necessary, but a loving reference to pocket watchmaking that existed before communist collectivization in the 1940s and 50s. Of course, you can see the balance cock hand-engraved, a tight and even perlage across the base plate, blued screws, black-polished swan's neck regulator, and of course a black-polished escape wheel cock cap. So there's a great deal going on here that's distinctive of the manufacturer, but there's also a lot of technical depth here worth mentioning. 2 mainspring barrels for a 72-hour or 3-day power reserve. It does feature hacking seconds, so when you pull the crown, you do stop the balance. I'll show how that works. I need to get my fingernails back here. But as you can see, pull the crown, stop the balance, synchronize to a reference time. It beats away at 3 Hz or 21,600 vibrations per hour, and with the security of the swan's neck regulator, it actually does have above average resistance to shock or vibration-induced timing deviation, but it is not a sports watch with 3 Atm Water-Resistant. What it is a beautiful watch, however. It has a sporting demeanor about it that means even though it is traditionally sized and somewhat formal with its yellow gold aesthetic, nevertheless it wears well with almost anything. Short sleeves or long sleeves, short pants or long pants. It's ready for anything you are. Classically proportioned, beautifully designed. This one is already time tested and time has declared it a winner. You can see and you can purchase this modern classic on our website.